Hi everybody, Courtney Corbetta and I are here out at the Erie County Fair where we are enjoying the mile-long Midway. Court, not only are there places to eat, lots of rides are here, which a lot of people come out to try to do every one.
Right?
I do have to agree, it is one of my favorite parts about the fair is the amusement rides, the thrills, okay? Giving me goosebumps just thinking about it. Take a look at what Linda was up to.
They have brought back something which you may have remembered from maybe 20 years ago. It's the Sky Wheel, everybody, known as the King of the Midway. And we've got John Richardson here who knows more about it. John, this is a kind of a pretty historic ride.
Yes, it is.
Tell me about it.
It's known as the King of the Midway.
And why is that?
Because of its massive size and height.
Wow. Do a lot of people, it hasn't been at this fair for quite a while, but do people, when they do come back, do they recognize it and want to make sure that they take a ride on it?
Oh, this whole generation hasn't seen one, so they're going to get a thrill.
This is great. And so you can pick either one to ride on and you go around at the same time.
Yes, and it does give you a thrill. It looks very gentle, but when it goes over the top, it'll take your stomach right away.
Wow. Well, you know, John, I wonder how many great memories have been recorded on something like this. How many proposals may have been. How many first dates were celebrated. Marriages have taken place on it too, right?
Yes.
That's great. Well, we are thrilled to have it at this year's Erie County Fair, celebrating the 95th season. And remember, this year, you can ride on the King of the Midway. And we're back here now at the fair with Catherine Schick, who you may remember, we were together at Rock the Barn. She is with Feed More Western New York, which is a combination of the Food Bank of Western New York and Meals on Wheels. Now, I got to tell you, if you were here for opening day, you actually helped Feed More Western New York, right, Catherine?
You sure did. Yes, we had a big opening day food drive. We are so excited that we have the support of the fair, the Western New York community. Actually, the fair has been an amazing partner. Construction takes place here during the holiday season, so that's a great way to help as well. And Channel 7's been such an amazing supporter of ours too, especially with Rock Out Hunger in the fall. So there is just no shortage of community support that makes it possible for us to continue our mission.
And you have some events coming up, right?
We sure do. So we have a great way to support us coming up. It's not too late if you couldn't come to the fair on opening day and give us your food drive donation. You can join us at Plate Expectations on September 12th at the new Resurgence Brewing location on Chicago Street. So please join us. And then we're always in need of food donations too. So you can always stop by at 91 Holt Street and drop off a food drive donation. This is a very slow time of year for us in terms of those donations.
So how is it going, having now the merger of the Food Bank of Western New York and Meals on Wheels?
It is going wonderful. We are so grateful, like I said, to have that community support that makes it possible for us to do what we do, to feed more of our vulnerable neighbors. But we're always looking for more help because now that we came together, we have even more mouths to feed.
You know, that was my next question. Can you still use more volunteers?
Always. We are in dire need of volunteers for our Meals on Wheels home delivered meal program. So please check us out and sign up. Like I said, you can always support us by bringing a food drive donation in for us or coming out to Plate Expectations on September 12th.
That's great. And did you have a lot of people who were donating canned food items on day one?
Yes, we haven't. We're hoping to get our totals finalized, but we actually had to fill up overflowing 2 tractor trailer loads worth of food.
Fantastic.
So it's going to go right into the hands of our community members in need.
Well, you know, unfortunately, the need never ends. And what we want people to know is that we don't want to just think of this at Thanksgiving and Christmas, because when you're feeding a lot of your neighbors, and unfortunately, the poverty levels of a lot of children in Western New York.
In fact, 1 in 5 children in our 4-county service area are struggling with hunger, Linda. It's just unconscionable. But thanks to supporters like 7, the fair, the Western New York community at large, we can make sure that they get food on their table.
Well, Catherine, thank you. And I know everybody here from Western New York, they're out to help to make sure that people are eating correctly here in Western New York and they have enough. Now, speaking of food, when we come back, Courtney's going to talk to some folks who actually have a historic connection to the fair, all about food. So stay with us.